Hey, real quick as an intro before I start this thing, I did not expect this card to be this good, so this is not formatted as a player review, and in fact this is just the general FUT Champs upload I would have for the first 5 qualifiers and 2 games of finals, I think it was. So again, this is not like that. You're going to see the actual gameplay of everything, so again, this is a FUT Champs video. But I'm doing this as a review of Chloe Kelly as well, so it's not just clips of her, it'll be the general gameplay, but it's almost exclusively clips of her anyway because she was the only card doing anything for me in my team. And she is the best 60k I've ever spent in any FIFA. We'll leave it there. I'll show you the highlights here, but just so you know, this is going to be a little bit of a weird one in terms of half a review, half of a FUT Champs upload. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Alright, let's get on into things. Once again, this is not billed as a review, so we're going to see a couple clips from some other players first here. Except it's pretty quickly going to devolve into exclusively Chloe Kelly, and we'll start off with a good finish from her there. And it turns out she's about the only card who ends up doing anything for my team, so we'll see a lot more of her coming up very shortly. But I will talk about, so I'm not, again, doing this quite as my normal review. I think the finisher is the only way I'd go on her as the chem style, so I'm not quite going to go into her stats. We'll just talk about that as we go through here and put these clips in the background. We'll show this one again twice, because the ball control here turns around very, very solidly, and then it's a perfect Elastico. It just, the ball keeps so close to her foot, it's like it's glued to her. And actually, the biggest thing I can say to recommend to any of you, as we can see to kick off here, brilliant. Her L1 is phenomenal. Probably the best L1 I've used this game. And I don't say that lightly, considering I've used most of the Trickster Plus players that improve that L1. Probably the best I've used. And yet, also like the best left stick I've used. And actually, the Trickster Plus is a debate between her, the Atik Evo, the Silver Star one, and Neymar's 99 dribbling card. Considering her stats are going to be a little bit lower than, of course, that 99 dribbling. And Atik gets a little bit better too with chem style he's got on. Just for how things are generally laid out. But the press proven just bumps things up so much further than it would be otherwise. So the the existence of those two playstyles, Trickster Plus and press proven, are ridiculous. But even if you're somebody who's not good with the L1, her left stick is the best I've used, and it's not close. It is better than anybody else, better than Neymar, better than Atik, Hazard, anyone. So no matter what dribbling style you do with her, shot cancels, skill moves, L1, L2, R2, or normal left stick, she is just like either very, very close to the best or debatably the best or the best I've used. So this review comes highly, highly recommended of her. Not to mention, on the finisher, she gets 98 attack positioning, which is incredibly, incredibly noticeable on that right mid inside forward plus plus. She gets into just perfect positions in the box, at least in this 4-4-1-1. I don't know how she'll move in other formations, of course, but as this one is, like, her involvement in the team is partially, like, absolutely massively down to her dribbling, but also massively down to her attack positioning. She just always is arriving in these perfect spots. You can see that late run there, same idea. It is worth mentioning, of course, her passing, I think, is like 90 vision, 90 short pass, 86 long pass or something like that. With only whipped, I think, so no ticky, no incisive, no pinged. None of the passing playstyles I like, and that is a bit of a shame. So I would love to get a passing playstyle on her. Oh my goodness, look at her go, though. I don't think I score this one. I might be wrong. No, I do throw it at the end, although we might get it just from some rebound. No. But we'll talk about that dribble here in a moment. But yeah, the passing is a little bit down. But when your dribbling is so good anyway that just no matter what, you're getting yourself into the right spot. Like what a finish that is, right? No matter what, you're getting into the right spot. The passing doesn't actually need to be perfect because you just dribble around the defender, get yourself into a little bit more space, and just guarantee that the pass is going to work out. So, and then the finishing, 5-star weak foot, base finesse, 98 attack positioning, 97 finishing, 96 shot power. Phenomenal. She is slotting away genuinely everything. I think her composure is lower at like an 88 too. I don't notice whatsoever. I just do not. Let's take a look at this one. And you know I overplayed a little bit at the end, but that ball roll into the... I'm doing too much with her to even commentate over it. This, do you see how close the ball is to her foot? Like, just real quick on this turn. The amount of time in between Trickster fake shot to the next touch, she is already into her normal jogging animation. The amount of control that gives you, because you just get immediate, like, skill move into You're right there. You're right there. You can do your next skill move. You can set up for whatever's next. That is the difference. Neymar does that skill move, and Neymar does it about as fast, but his next touch is longer. And it takes longer to set up for the next skill move. It's just a longer delay between. It is absurd what she is able to do. So yeah, we're just going through and like the trickster flick. This just somehow, I think that was a fake shot input. Let me actually verify, but I'm pretty certain that was. Doing that out, and like, it's a little bit lucky that my icon doesn't get that, although he doesn't have anticipate, so that happens. Yeah, that was a fake shot input. Just like brings it down out of the air with a fake shot. This one actually probably would have worked if the defender didn't like bump into Maradona with that stand or whatever happened here. Yeah, the missed stand tackle actually works out for them. I'm not expecting that as a defender of what I'm attacking against. Wow, look at me conceding a penalty to a rainbow flick in the box, so I guess I'm not the only one who can dribble here. Do this card, chat. Just get her in your team. I do not care. If you have a right mid or a right wing slot, put her in. She is the best. If you want to find out what it's like for me in this game, how I do what I do, she is the most immediate one you can just put in your team and see what it's like. Just do it. Again, like, I cannot believe I missed the goalie movement there. That is all on me. But the dribbling from her is just going to be spot on. The only dribbling thing you have to just keep in mind with her is going to be that she is missing first touch. It's not that big of a deal with press proven. I think press proven makes up for it. Normally first touch, I don't care for the plus, but I need the base play style no matter what. But on the press proven, I think she just turns into a little bit like moving into the strength. So she, I don't know, it's like it bumps the composure stat or something. So even though the touch is going to take a little bit longer for her to move into some stuff, you almost see that little delay there. She's also just controls the ball so close to her foot that even if there's that little delay, it doesn't like extend from her. It takes a little bit of time until she starts moving off that first touch, but it doesn't go far enough away from her body where, what is happening here, by the way? But it doesn't go far enough away from her body where it's actually close enough to a defender to take advantage of it most times. And you see there, I mean, Maicon missing the intercept maybe, but she's able to play those passes still pretty well. We know how powerful passing is in this game. And I find tiki-taka pretty necessary for how close I get all my players in most of these attacks. I think this is going to be a power shot. Yeah, these are a little bit weird. I'm noticing more bounces, more deflections from the goalkeepers lately. I think this is going to be quite an exciting one. Yeah, missing the passing is a little bit of a downside, but it's not the biggest deal. And it's like, what are we looking at on these cards, man? She even gets the header. Like, this is going to be a goal here. What are you supposed to do to stop all that? Somehow she beats the header over a significantly taller player. But the rest of this, you should be able to see. Like, sometimes it's hard with these cards to really get the notice for it, unless you actually feel them yourself in game. You should be able to see this. You see how close the ball is to her foot on every single one of these touches? The fact that it is just glued to her foot means no matter what, you can flick the left stick and something's going to happen. You get these taller players. I've got Cole Palmer, Team of the Year in this team. He's nice. But I flick the left stick, and it might be immediate that it happens because he's very close to the ball, but it might be that his touch is taking him a little further away, and so it's going to be another second until the left stick registers. She will register no matter what. She is always ready to move the ball into another spot. You can just see the ball is, like, even off that skill move, ball's too close to actually be tackled off of her. Ball is just too close for them to actually get it away. Like, Stam's not going to be able to step into that. Somehow, like, this one doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't to me. She gets, like, 3 touches on the ball in an absurd amount of time here. Somehow turns away perfectly. Just able to hold on to it this whole time. Nice little step away there. Actually generating enough space on the box to just stand on it. And then, like, what are you supposed to do? Chat, again, I cannot, like, I of course would recommend my Teak, my Neymar, my Hazards, whatever. They can be pricier, or maybe you've got to do evos on them that you don't quite want. Like, you just step inside. You step inside like it's nothing here. You know, you don't have to commit to all my evos and everything. If you want to find out how I do things, though, try this card. Just go ahead and try. I encourage every single one of you. You don't have to stick with her for a long time. You don't have to move to this style of play. But if you want to see what it's like for me, this is the easiest, the quickest, and the most guaranteed way for you to find out what I what I benefit from cards like this. It is just a different level with somebody like this. This has cemented that Trickster Plus and Press Proven are how I'm going to move forward in this game. Press Proven, I haven't had much time to experiment with this year. They haven't really given Press Proven to like super, super high dribbling cards. Again, just the control and the 96 finishing either foot, phenomenal, stellar. And again, she's just getting into these spots every time. We're watching this one again here. But it's just the attack positioning. She's always getting there quicker than Sancho or Hazard at the other spot. It's almost like she's got a high aggression stat, even though she doesn't. I think hers is at like 60 or something. It's on the lower end for that. It's like she just makes really aggressive runs. I assure you, she's great off the ball, great on the ball. Her finishing is spot on. You might miss, finesse plus a little bit if you're somebody who goes for that, but we're going to watch this one again. Like, what are we looking at here? What are you supposed to do against this? Do I overplay this one? I feel like I overplay this one. Yeah, I do on that one. Eventually just shoot the ball, Hayes. You don't have to make everything the prettiest thing ever, but also, as qualifiers, make it the prettiest thing ever. Why not? Yeah, you should just it is unbelievable. Again, so when you're playing in a spot like this, I'm sorry to keep pausing. I know this is a review. Maybe you're not a big fan of this, but I have to mention, it's the Press Proven that's doing this. And again, this is cemented. Press Proven has to go on every single one of my cards from now on. When you're surrounded, 3 players here, if you have a taller player, or you've got somebody who doesn't have Press Proven Plus, and this is why I like Trickster, because it's the closest to being able to replicate this, but Press Proven makes it just even better for this. It's so much better. It allows me to play like this. I can't otherwise now. When you're in this little spot and you turn into it, you don't have Press Proven Plus, you can't get through here because your touch is taking the ball too far. You're actually just stepping into them. The fact I can step away there, again, just genuinely absurd. Any other player in the game here, aside maybe from Atik, who's got Press Proven base on him, not the plus but the base, I'm certain any other player here, I don't step away on that one. On this one here, this 20, whoever that is. That might be Billing. No, I'm not sure who that player is. Any other player in the game, though, I don't think I actually step away there with Kelly. Just keeps the ball so close to the foot. It's absurd. Again, I'm telling you. If this hasn't gotten through to you, chat, I know I'm not going to convince you. Chat, viewers, whatever. But again, even if you're not that big on the dribbling styles I do, even if you're not a skiller, you're not going to take advantage of the 5-star, even if you don't do the L1 dribbling on the Trickster Plus, which if you want to learn, she's also the card. She's going to be the easiest way to determine, or to learn that L1. Even if you're not good with those things, just the base left stick. I'm sure I showed in a couple of these, I'm not sure where, but there are sometimes I'd rather just use her left stick than the L1. And that's not true with any other card with Trickster but not Press Proven. But her sometimes just, again, the base left stick is going to be even better than Trickster sometimes, that L1 dribbling. Sometimes I'll prefer L1 over skill, or I'll prefer just the left stick over any skill move, over any L1, over L2, R2 as well. And again, doesn't have the Press Proven, or excuse me, doesn't have the first touch playstyle. We'll watch that one again just real quick, just once. Obviously there, open space can be fine, moves into the skill move perfectly. First touch here, no problem. She actually shifts it fine. So sometimes I feel like on her, I don't actually even notice the first touch playstyle missing. Normally it's an absolute must for me. Or not that big of a deal. For whatever reason. Who knows why. I guess it's just the Press Proven, fixing things in that regard. I'm going to see, and again, these perfect arrivals. First time on the left foot, not even green timed. She's got that, when I'm on this left side, you're seeing this goal over and over, I think, in these games. Are we going to look at it here? Not quite, because this is some luck to it, so we're not going to count that. But that, anytime I'm on the right side, it's her scoring. Anytime I'm on the left side, it's also her scoring. She's either the creator of that skill move, or of that goal. And by the way, we'll watch this one again here. But she's either the creator of that goal, or she is the recipient of everybody else being creative. And the one to finish everything off. Even with all of this, she's still the one to score it, right? So we had a phenomenal dribble on there. And we've actually got one more clip to go through. But I'm just tearing, no matter what. And again, a little bit of a benefit of this 4-4-1-1, I feel like I get the ball back a lot. Again, we're kind of mentioning, it is the 95 press, so everything's a little bit aggressive. This guy, I don't even feel like he defended that badly. There's just that little gap here. Just a couple. Oh my, I can't believe. Like, I'm watching this back and I can't believe it. Like, I'm surprised because nobody else could do this one. I can't believe I exited this. She actually turns into, so her chest and she shows the ball to the opponent and still steps away before they can do anything. Like, I want her to turn with her back to the opponent here. She turns with her front to him. Those 2 touches and that quick foot time span, unbelievable here. Because again, any other player's like, touch, and then, oh, I've got to wait a little bit, and then touch, and then you just get tackled away. 1, 2, still got the ball on her foot. It's glued. Immediately able to transition into any skill move here. I only lose out on this one because I run into my own player. This guy could not defend it. And, okay, so it's a little bit of luck on all this, but of course, who's going to be the one to finish it? Stays onside. Onrushing goalkeeper, still able to get through. Got one more clip here. So this one here is going to be YouTube short, so you might have seen this one already. The short will be uploaded a little bit after the video is uploaded here. But I have to showcase this one. Again, the absurdity of her dribbling. This is from a little bit later on. You see we get all the way up to 12-0. A little bit of a spoiler for the next video. But also maybe that entices you to watch on. So we'll see if we get that 15 here, right? But she scores this. It's just her dancing for... How long is this? She scores at 27 seconds. She gets the ball at 6. She's dancing for 20 seconds. 20 whole seconds. Opponent in a decent defensive shape. Doesn't defend this the best. What is that? Like, how? It's unreal. It's unreal. Decent defensive shape. I actually go back behind the midfield to break the midfield down again. This tricks her fake shot into, that is an L1 press, so this is L1 dribbling here, which is pretty necessary, I think, for the quick little turn, as it were. But, like, this little fake shot would actually take it into the defender for anybody else, but it doesn't travel far enough for him to step his leg out. Oh, a little bit dangerous with the onrushing defender, you know. Might be able to close me down here or anything. We'll just step back, and you know what? Let's go through the midfield. We'll run through this all again. Now I've got even more players to get through. Split the midfielders like it's nothing. Split the center backs here like it's nothing. Of course, she's going to finish that perfectly. This card, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. I need to tell you, chat, just try her. Just, if you want to find out what it's like to be me, try her. That's the end of the video. That's it. And welcome back to another Weekend League. Now, today we're looking at this. So this is the alt account once again, but I am trying out the 4411 exclusively because I want to use Rolfo, and on my main account, Rolfo's not good enough to replace Lewis Hall for my left back, which he is center mid holding, which means what I'm trying is 1 center mid holding and 1 on playmaker, because I would have Pedri here on my main, and then Rolfo is kind of a holding. Holding kind of works if you got pinged for her, and then just Trickster Plus as Rolfo, just able to have a little bit of fun while you're kind of residing in the deeper space. That's the idea in the other account. So this one, we've got this, right? Future Star Evo to try out. Paired next to Xavi, who the only thing really missing is actually first touch, which is annoying. A little bit low on some playstyles, but hey, this is a really good card otherwise. I'll be putting a Guardian on you, I'm sorry. I'll be putting a finisher on Chloe Kelly. This is a card I'm very curious about. So missing a passing playstyle I'd actually want, and first touch as well. But Trickster Plus and Press Proven Plus should be my 2 favorite playstyles in the game, so we'll see how this card moves. She's also short and lean, really good body type. We'll see if she would be good enough to replace Mahrez, who's just going to have that advantage with Tiki and Incisive there. But we'll see. Our rest of the team is pretty much about this. Actually, no. We do have Ruben Diaz from the new promo to try out here. 5-star, 5-star. Beautiful. And we'll have Grimaldo. So this is actually another team of the year I haven't used yet. But the formation is going to line up like this in-game. I do only have the single plus on Playmaker for Team of the Year, Cole Palmer at Cam here. We will be trying Dino if that's not going to be good enough on him. Everyone else about by now you've seen me use, I think. But yeah, that should be all. Let's get on into the highlights here. It's been 7 games. It's 2. 30. 25, at least a hat trick a game. So minimum, it's more than 21. Generational run, absolutely. Like, again, I've never had that impact from one card. Never. Yeah, I want some guesses. How many goals do you think, chat? I want some guesses. Because, like, I mean, you're right, Mishu. Bump my mic again. You were right. Generational. I have played this game for 12 years now. I don't know if I've ever experienced that kind of... You're going 34. I think that's a strong... 43 is going to be too much. There's no way. But you did have 2 games. I think one with 6, one with 7. 29, also a strong guess. That's about where I'm thinking. Me personally, okay, I want to finish this thought. Don't know if I've ever... And again, I played this game for years with these kinds of players. I don't know if I've ever immediately had that strong of an impact. True. No. You must have just joined. I'm going 36. 33 is stronger. I'm going 36 myself. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm not on the screen. What? I thought it was more. I swore it was more. Okay, so hat trick a game. Never mind. True love. I swore it was more, but hey. It would have been higher without some of the quits, but anyway. Okay, 23. Still. The fact that I thought it was in the 30s. Don't tell me you have to. You have to, true. If she is better than Kvaratskhelia, she's better than anyone you've used. Too many early rage crits, yeah, oh well. So 23. That is still slightly over hat trick a game. Only 1 assist, so you can tell how selfish I've been, but hey.